Hello viewers, welcome to LM Online Classes. I am your Wali Sahib. In this video, we are going to discuss about algae. Algae are chlorophyll containing simple thalloid autotrophic organisms. Due to the presence of chlorophyll in their body cells, they can prepare their own food material by the process of photosynthesis. So here all these algae which are considered as the primitive photosynthetic organisms. The primitive photosynthetic organisms. Due to the presence of chlorophyll in their body cells, they can prepare their own food material. Thus, all these algae which are considered as here the primitive photosynthetic organisms. Then, according to plant classification, all these algae which are included under the Thallophyta, which is the largest division of cryptogams or non-flowering plants. Here, why did we include all these plants or all these algae under the Thallophyta? Because of their body organization. If we observe their body organization, there is no differentiation into roots, stem and leaves. If we are simply saying as there is no presence of true roots, true stem, true leaves in their body organization. So their body organization simply appears as here thallus or thalloid. So this kind of thallus or thalloid body organization which is similarly appears as here a mat on the floor. A mat on the floor. So here due to the thallus or thalloid body organization of algae, all these algae which are included under the Thallophyta, which is largest division of a cryptogams or the non-flowering plants. So here due to the undifferentiated thallus or the flattened body organization of algae, all these algae which are included under the Thallophyta. Then all these algae which are also known as here atracheophytes. Atracheophytes. Why we are calling all these thallophytes as here atracheophytes? If we observe the term of atracheophyte, in this A means without and trachea means tubular like structures. Tubular like structures. So according to the term of atracheophytes, here there is no presence of any tubular like structures. Nothing but here the vascular tissues in their body organization to transport their required food materials, water and minerals. So is there any specialized tissues are not present in their body organization? So here nothing but the vascular tissues or complex tissues are not well organized in their body organization to transport their required food materials, water and minerals. So here thus all these thallophytes which are also known as here atracheophytes or non-vascular plants. Non-vascular plants. But how can they conduct their required food materials in their body organization? Here algae also can conduct their required food materials in their body organization through the diffusion process. Through the diffusion process. Here the diffusion is a simple passive process. Simple passive process or energy independent process. So here all the cells which can transport the required food materials, water and minerals through the diffusion process, which is a simple passive process or the energy independent process. So here for the diffusion process there is no requirement of energy. So here all these thallophytes which can transport the required food materials in their body organization through the diffusion process. Then all these thallophytes which are also known as here non-embryophytes. Non-embryophytes. Why we are calling all these thallophytes as here non-embryophytes? Because of there is no presence of any embryonal developmental stages in their body organization or in their life cycle. If we observe the reproduction process in the algae, during the reproduction after the fertilization process, here the zygote not developed as embryo. Not developed as embryo. But the zygote undergoes meiotic division to produce haploid spores. So here these all the haploid spores further germinate to form a new thallus. New thallus. So here the zygote not developed as embryo during the reproduction process of algae. So there is no any embryonal developmental stages in their life cycle. So here all these thallophytes or algae which are also considered as here non-embryophytes. Non-embryophytes. Then who was the term algae was given by the scientist here Linnaeus. So here the term algae was given by the scientist Linnaeus. Literally algae means seaweeds. Literally algae means seaweeds. Here the branch or the science or the branch of biological science which can deals about the algae is referred to as phycology. Phycology or algology. Phycology or algology. So if you are simply saying as the study of algae is referred to as phycology or algology. And then who was regarded as here father of algology? The scientist F.E. Fritsch. F.E. Fritsch regarded as here father of phycology or algology in all over the world. In all over the world. He was also written a book which is related to the algae, that is the structure and reproduction of algae. So here the structure and reproduction of algae is a book of F.E. Fritsch, who was regarded as here the father of phycology in all over the world. Another one more scientist who was also regarded as here the father of Indian phycology. The scientist name is here the M.O.P. Iyengar. M.O.P. Iyengar, regarded as father of Indian phycology. Father of Indian phycology. So this is the basic information and introduction about the algae. Then if we observe their habitat, so here where do they are located or where do freely existing in the environment or our earth. So if we observe their habitat, particularly large amount of are all the species of algae which are largely aquatic in nature. So here all the species of algae which are majorly existing are growing in the water. So here other kinds of the varieties of habitats are also occurs for the growth and existence of the algae. Here if we observe their habitat, particularly they are occurs in three main habitats. They are freshwater habitat, marine water habitat and terrestrial habitat. Freshwater habitat, and marine water habitat and terrestrial habitat. So these are the three main habitats of algae. So if we observe the freshwater habitat, it includes they occur in the rivers, lakes and ponds. Rivers, lakes and ponds. These are the habitats of freshwater for the growth or existence of algae. So in the freshwater aquatic ecosystem, here the species of algae which are existing as here are growing as epiphytic and benthos and lithophilic or lithophytic or epilithic. So here the species of algae which are majorly growing in the freshwater aquatic ecosystem as epiphytic, benthos and lithophytic. Here epiphytic means the species of algae which are growing near to the surface of water. Near to the surface of water. So here the species of algae which are majorly growing near to the surface of water are these are referred to as here epiphytic algae. Then rest of the species of algae which are growing in the deep water, these are referred to as here benthos. And some other kinds of the species of algae which are also growing on the stones or rocks, these are also referred to as here the lithophytic or the epilithic. So here these are the different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing as here the epiphytic, benthos and lithophytic. Here majority of many green algae which are freely existing in the freshwater aquatic environment. So many green algae and few brown and red algae species. Brown and red algae species which are also existing in the freshwater aquatic habitat. And then coming to marine water habitat. Here they occur in all oceans and brackish water and salt water. So here many brown algae and red algae species which are occurs in the oceans or brackish water or the salt water. So here the marine water habitat which can includes all the many brown and red algae species, but few species of green algae also freely existing in the marine water habitat. Here some other different kinds of the species of algae like giant forms of algae which are also majorly existing in the marine water habitat. They are macrocystis and nereocystis. Macrocystis and nereocystis both are the giant forms of algae. So here these different kinds of the giant forms of algae are also freely existing in the marine water habitat. So here the species of algae which is majorly belongs to the red algae, that is Batrachospermum. Batrachospermum is a species of red algae which is also freely existing in the marine water habitat. And then coming to terrestrial habitat. If we observe the species of algae which are freely existing on the terrestrial habitat. So here majority of algae which are majorly existing as here saprophytes on the damp soil or shady places. So here the Xanthophyceae classes of algae which are majorly existing as here saprophytes on the damp soil or shady places. The species of algae which are majorly existing on the damp soil or the shady places are here Vachyria and Botredium. These are the two different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing on the damp soil or shady places. Then some other different kinds of the species of algae which are also existing on the acidic soil. Examples of algae which are majorly existing on the acidic soil are here the Fricella. Fricella is a type of species of algae which is majorly existing in the terrestrial habitat, particularly on the acidic soil. Some other kinds of the species of algae which are also majorly existing are growing on the alkaline soil or calcareous soil. Alkaline soil or calcareous soil. So here the kind of species of algae which are majorly existing on the alkaline soil or calcareous soil or Oscillatoria and nostoc. Oscillatoria and nostoc. These are the two different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing on the alkaline soil or calcareous soil. So this is about the habitat of algae. Not only the species of algae which are existing in these three different kinds of the habitat, some other variety of habitats are also occur for their growth and for their existence. Let us see the special type of habitats. So here let us see the special type of habitats. So here the species of algae not only existing in the aquatic environment, not only existing on the terrestrial land, here some other different kinds of the habitats are also occurs for the growth and for the existence of algae. For example, the cryophytes. Here cryophytes are the species of algae which are majorly existing on the snow or ice. So here the species of algae which are growing on the ice or snow, these are referred to as here cryophytes. So kind of species of algae which are majorly growing as here cryophytes. Example, the Chlamydomonas. So here some other different kinds of the species of algae which are also existing as here thermophytes. Thermo means temperature. So here some different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing are growing in the hot water or high temperature water or hot springs where the 70 degrees Celsius temperature occurs. So there some different kinds of the species of algae are also here existing or growing. So examples which are related to the species of algae which are majorly growing as here thermophytes are Oscillatoria brevis. Oscillatoria brevis is a species of algae which is mainly existing as here thermophytes. So here which are majorly existing at the high temperature regions where the temperature is above the 70 degrees Celsius. There are some different kinds of the species of algae which are also freely existing or can exhibit their growth. Example here Oscillatoria brevis. And then some other different kinds of the species of algae which are also growing as here epiphytes. Here epi means above, phytes means here plants. So here the species of algae which are also growing on the surface of other plants. So here the kind of the species of algae which are majorly growing as here epiphytes are Edogonium and Cladophora and Vacheria. These are the three different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly growing on the other surface, means growing on the surface of other plants as here epiphytes. So here particularly Edogonium, Cladophora and Vacheria. So Edogonium which is majorly existing on the leaf of azolla, not leaf of azolla. Just a minute. So here these are the three different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing as here epiphytes, and then endophytes, some other different kinds of the species of algae which are also existing as here endophytes. Endo means inside, so which are present inside the tissues of plants. So here the species of algae which are majorly growing are existing as here the endophytes. Example, the Anabaena, Nostoc and Oscillatoria. So these are the three different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly growing as here endophytes, which are present inside the tissues of other plants. Let us see the Anabaena, which is present in particularly the leaf of azolla, and then Nostoc, which is present inside the tissues of Anthoceras, or the thallus of Anthoceras. Here Anthoceras is a bryophyte plant. And then the Oscillatoria, which is majorly growing inside the tissues of coralloid roots of cycas. So these are the three different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing as here endophytes. And then some other different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing as here epizoic. Epi means above, which are present on the surface of other animals. So here the kind of algae which are existing as here epizoic as here the species of algae which are majorly growing are existing as here epizoic, like the Cladophora, Caraceum and Cyanoderma and Trichophilus. These are the four different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing as here epizoic. So here the Cladophora, which is majorly existing as the epizoic on the snail shell, and then the Caraceum, which is majorly growing or existing as here epizoic on the antenna of mosquito. And then the Cyanoderma, which is belongs to the red algae, and Trichophilus, which is belongs to the green algae. So these two different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly growing on the sloth bear. So these are the four different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing as here epizoic. And then the other different kinds of the species of algae which are also existing as here endozoic. Endo means inside. So here which are present inside the tissue of other animals. So if we observe the examples which are related to the endozoic, or here chlorella and some blue-green algae. So here these are the different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing as here endozoic. So here chlorella, which is majorly existing as endozoic inside the tissue of Hydra. And then the some blue-green algae which are majorly existing as here the endozoic, in particularly some respiratory tract of animals. In some respiratory tract of animals. These are the two different kinds of the species of algae which are acts as hair or existing as endozoic. And then some other different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly existing as here symbionts. Symbionts. For example, the few species of algae which are also associated with some fungal species to form a special type of organisms, they are lichens. They are lichens. So here lichens can exhibit the symbiotic nutrition type. The organisms which are involved in the symbiotic nutrition, the both involved organisms are also benefited. So here algae and fungi both are associated to exhibit the symbiotic nutrition type. So here the lichens are special type of organisms which are formed after the association of algae and fungi. Particularly here the chlorella and the nostoc, which are associated with Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes. Not Ascomycetes. Here Phycomycetes and Basidiomycetes. Phycomycetes and Basidiomycetes, which are classes of fungi. So here these different kinds of the classes of fungal organisms are also associated with algae to form a special type of organisms which can exhibit the symbiotic nutrition type. So here the organisms which are majorly involved in the symbiotic nutrition, these are both are benefited. And then some other different kinds of the species of algae which are also associated with some protozoan organisms, they are sponges to form a special type of organisms. And then some other different kinds of the species of algae which are also existing as here parasites. So if we observe the species of algae which can act as a parasites, which can causes diseases to the other animals. Let us see the examples which are related to the parasitic algae. They are Cephallerius. Cephallerius is a species of algae which is majorly growing or existing as parasites on the tea leaves. So in the leaf of tea, rust disease is caused by the Cephallerius. So here the Cephallerius is a type of algae which is majorly acts as here parasites on the tea leaves. Then another one more example which is related to the parasite, that is here the Phyllobium sphagnocohym. Phyllobium sphagnocohym is a species of algae which is majorly acts as here parasites on the sphagnum plant, which is a moss plant which belongs to the bryophytes. So here which are majorly existing as here parasites on the sphagnum, which is a moss plant. So these are the different variety of habitats of the algae. Then go to body organization of algae. So let us see the thallus or body organization of algae. So here the size and form of algae is highly variable. So here the size of algae ranges from microscopic unicellular to multicellular. So let us see the thallus or body organization of algae. So here form and size of algae highly variable. So here the size ranges from microscopic unicellular to here multicellular. So they can exhibit their body organization as unicellular form, the colonial form, filamentous form, massive plant body, and parenchymatous, and pomeloid, and dendroid, and rhizopodial, and siphonous. So these are the different kinds of the body organizations or the thallus organizations of the different species of algae. So let us see the one by one the body organization of algae. So here the unicellular form of algae. Unicellular form of algae are unicellular forms. So in the unicellular algae, so here most of the species of algae which are unicellular in condition. So here these are unicelled or single celled algae. Unicelled or single celled algae. The single cell or unicelled algae, that means here their body organization totally the body organization is made up of only one cell or one single cell. So here the body organization of algae which is exhibited as here unicelled or the single celled algae. So here the single celled or unicellular form of algae may be motile or non-motile. Motile or non-motile. So let us see the examples of the unicellular form of motile. They are Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas. And unicellular form of non-motile algae or here the diatoms and desmids. So these are the different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly unicellular form. And then let us see the multicellular form of algae. Multicellular forms of algae. So in the multicellular forms of body organization, so their body organization made up of many cells. So they can exhibit their body organization as here colonial form. Colonial form. So here which algae can exhibit their body organization as here colonial form? That is here Volvox. Volvox. So here Volvox is a colonial form of algae. So if we observe the structure of Volvox, it consists the fixed number of cells. It consists the fixed number of cells and the division of labor. And the division of labor, which is referred to as here cenobium. Which is referred to as here cenobium. So here the colonial form of the body organization of algae, which consists the fixed number of cells and the division of labor. It is also referred as here cenobium. Thallus or the cenobium body organization. So cenobium organization is nothing but here the body organization has the fixed number of cells and the division of labor is referred to as here the cenobium. So in the colonial form of algae, here each colony existing as the independent organism. Each colony existing as independent organism. And the colony in the colonial form of algae, all the colonies which are present in the algae here the motiles, because of they have flagella in their body organization for their movement or the locomotion process. So here they can move from one place to another place in the aquatic environment with the help of the flagella. So here in the colonial form of the algae, here each colony existing as here independent organism or the individual organism. The colony consists of the fixed number of cells and the division of labor is referred as here cenobium. And each colony has here the flagellas for their locomotion or movement. So they can exhibit movement or locomotion by the or through the flagella. So here Volvox is an example which is related to the colonial form. And then the another multicellular form of algae, that is here filamentous type. Filamentous type or filamentous form of algae. So here majority of algae which can exhibit their body organization as filaments. So here the filaments are maybe free floating or attached. Free floating or attached. And also the filaments are maybe branched or unbranched. Branched or unbranched. In the filamentous type of algae, the branched filaments are maybe monomorphic and dimorphic. Monomorphic and dimorphic. So if we observe the kind of the species of algae which can exhibit their body organization as here filamentous or filament form. So here the filaments are maybe free floating in the Spirogyra. So here the Spirogyra is a free floating algae or free floating filamentous algae. And then some other species of algae which are majorly attached to the substratum in the aquatic habitat. They are here the Eulothrix. So here Eulothrix is a attached filamentous algae. So which is majorly attached to the substratum or rocks or stones. And then the branched filamentous algae. Example here Cladophora. Unbranched filamentous algae is here the Eulothrix. In the filamentous form of algae, the branches are maybe monomorphic in Batrachospermum. Monomorphic in, not Batrachospermum, here the Cladophora. And dimorphic in the Batrachospermum. So these are the examples which are related to the filamentous form of algae. And then some other different kinds of the species of algae which can exhibit their body organization as here massive plant bodies. Which are also formed by the sea kelps. So here the species of algae which are majorly existing in the marine water aquatic habitat, their body organization exhibit as here massive plant bodies. Examples here kelps. And some other species of algae which are also majorly existing or exhibit their body organization as here parenchymatous. So here parenchymatous form of algae, they are maybe here green algae, red algae and brown algae. So let us see the examples which are related to the parenchymatous form of body organization. So here the Chara and Vulva both are here green algae species. And then Sargassum and Laminaria both are brown algae species. And Gracilaria and Gelidium are Porphyra. So here these are the species of red algae. So here these different kinds of the species of brown, red and green algae which can exhibit their body organization as here parenchymatous form. So most of the cells which are parenchymatous in nature in the body organization. So here the species of algae which can exhibit their body organization as here parenchymatous form Here particularly Chara ulva, which are belongs to the green algae. And then the Sargassum and Laminaria, which are belongs to the brown algae. Gracilaria porphyra, which are belongs to the red algae. So these are the examples which are related to the parenchyma. And then some other different kinds of the species of algae which can exhibit their body organization as here pomelloid, dendroid, and rhizopodial. So these are the three different kinds of the body organizations of algae. So if we observe the pomelloid body organization, here the vegetative cells which are present in their body organization get surrounded by a mucilaginous sheath. So here each and every cell which is present in the body organization of pomelloid, it gets surrounded by a mucilaginous sheath. That kind of the body organization is referred to as here pomelloid type of body organization. So here vegetative cells get surrounded by a mucilaginous sheath to form a pomelloid type of body organization. And then the dendroid. So in this kind of body organization, here the cells which are present in their body organization appears as here microscopic tree. So in the dendroid body organization of algae, their body organization which can exhibit as here microscopic tree. And then the rhizopodial body organization. If we observe the rhizopodial body organization, all the cells which are united through the rhizopodia. All the cells which are present in their body organization united through the rhizopodia to form a rhizopodial form or the body organization of algae. And then in some other different kinds of the species of algae which are also can exhibit their body organization as here siphonous or siphonous. Siphonous body organization is nothing but it is a aseptate multinucleate filament or thallus of algae, which is referred to as here siphonous algae. The kind of species of algae which is majorly exhibit their body organization as here siphonous, that is here Vachyria. So here Vachyria is an example to the siphonous body organization of algae. Siphonous body organization is nothing but aseptate and multinucleate form of the filament or thallus. So here the filamentous body organization is not divided by a septum. Aseptate, there is no presence of septum in their body organization and consists many nuclei in their body organization. Many nuclei, multinucleated form of filament or thallus, which is referred to as here siphonous. So this is about the brief discussion about the thallus or body organization of algae. Then cellular organization of algae. Let us see the cellular organization of algae. So here if we observe the body organization of algae, the cells which are present, all these cells can show the eukaryotic cell structure except blue-green algae and dinoflagellates. So here the cells which are present in their body organization of algae, these all are contain the cell wall. So which is mainly made up of here cellulose. So in majority of the species of algae, the cells which are present in their body organization, all these cells have cell wall. So here the cell wall is majorly made up of here cellulose, but in some species here the cell wall is majorly made up of calcium carbonate. Example here the red algae, that is Corallina. And then the eukaryotic cells of algae consist the well organized nucleus. So here the nucleus is also well organized in the cells of algae. So here the nucleus which is present in the cells of algae, it consists the minimum 2 chromosomes. It consists the minimum 2 chromosomes in the species of Porphyra linearis. Porphyra linearis is a species of algae which consists only the minimum 2 chromosomes in the nucleus. But the nucleus of algae which consists the maximum 592 chromosomes in their cells, here particularly in the species of the Natrium digitalis. Natrium digitalis is the species of algae which consists the maximum number of chromosomes, here particularly the 592 chromosomes in their cells. So here the nucleus is also well organized in the cells of the algae which consists the minimum number of chromosomes are 2 in the species of Porphyra linearis and maximum number of chromosomes in the nucleus of algae 592 in the species of Natrium digitalis. And then here the some other different kinds of the cellular organelles are also occurs in the cells of algae. So here like mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuoles, all these different kinds of the cellular organelles are also present in the cells of algae. Then here plastids are also occurs in the cells of algae because of they can prepare their own food material by the process of photosynthesis. So here where the pigments which are located in the algae, so here particularly the pigments which are located in the plastids. So here the plastids which contain the thylakoids. If we observe the thylakoids in the plastids, here generally the thylakoids number is many in the all the species of algae, but in some species the thylakoid number is only 1. Thylakoid number is only 1 in some species, particularly here the Rhodophyceae species, and thylakoid number is 2 in some species, particularly here the species of Cryptophyceae, and then some other kinds of the species of algae, here the thylakoids are 3. Here particularly the Phaeophyceae and the Basilariosphaeae. So these are the different kinds of the species or classes of algae which contain here only the one thylakoid in their plastids. Here particularly in the Rhodophyceae. In the species of Cryptophyceae, here thylakoid number is only 2 in their plastids. But in the Phaeophyceae and the Basilarophyceae species of algae, here only 3 thylakoids in their plastids. But the thylakoid number is generally many, and more thylakoids are present in the plastids of algae. But in few species, here the thylakoid number is very low. And then if we observe the pigments which are present in their body organization or in their cells, so there are different kinds of the pigments which are also present in the cells of algae. They are chlorophyll pigment and some accessory pigment. Chlorophyll pigments and accessory pigments. So there are different kinds of the chlorophyll pigments are present in the cells of algae. They are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D, and etc. So these are the different kinds of the chlorophyll pigments which are located in the plastids of algae. And then the type of accessory pigment which are also present in the cells of algae, they are carotenoids, xanthophylls, and phycobilins. So these are the different kinds of the pigments which can act as accessory pigments. So if we observe the pigments which are present in the body organization or the cells of algae, here the chlorophyll A is the chief universal pigment for the photosynthesis process, present in all type of photosynthetic organisms. It is a major photosynthetic pigment and considered as here the chief photosynthetic pigment. And then chlorophyll B, which is only present in the Chlorophyceae, means green algae, not present in the both Rhodophyceae and Phaeophyceae. So here the chlorophyll B is only present in the Chlorophyceae or the green algae, but not in the red algae and brown algae. And then chlorophyll C and chlorophyll D, which are present in the both here chlorophyll the Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae respectively. So here these are the different kinds of the chlorophyll pigments, and xanthophylls, carotenoids and phycobilins. These are also the accessory pigments which are also present in their cells. So let us see the pigments which are present in the Chlorophyceae. In the Chlorophyceae species, here the pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Both are present. And then in the Phaeophyceae, the pigments which are present in their cells are chlorophyll A and C, fucoxanthin and violoxanthin. These are also present in the Phaeophyceae. And then let us see the pigments which are present in the Rhodophyceae. If you observe the cells of Rhodophyceae, they contain here the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll D, phycocyanin and phycoerythrin. These are the pigments which are present in the cells of Rhodophyceae. So this is about the pigments which are present in the algae. And then the reserved food materials which are present in the cells of algae. Reserved food materials. In most of the species of algae, the reserved food materials are stored in the form of starch. And in some species of algae, the reserved food materials are also stored in the form of Floridian starch. And it is also stored as here laminarin and mannitol, and then in some species reserved food materials are stored in the form of oil droplets. In some species of algae, here the plastids have some specialized reserved food material bodies. They are pyrenoids. So here the pyrenoids are also present in the plastids of algae. So here in majority of the species of algae, the reserved food materials are majorly stored in the form of starch. Floridian starch, laminarin, mannitol, oil droplets and pyrenoids. This is about the reserved food materials in the algae. And then the flagella. Here some species of algae can exhibit locomotion or movement to obtain their food material from their surrounding environments. So here to obtain obtaining their food materials, they can move from one place to another place with the help of a flagella. So here the flagellas which can act as a locomotory organs. In the algae. So here these flagellus can exhibit 9+2 arrangement. 9+2 arrangement, which is present in the flagella, structure of the flagella in the algae, which is similar to the eukaryotic flagella. And then the flagellus which can also exhibit the acronematic and pleuronematic type of movements. So here the flagella which can act as the locomotory organs are the movement, so which are essential to the movement or locomotion. So this is about the flagella. So here this is the total information about the cellular organization of algae. Then next go to the reproduction in algae. Let us see the reproduction process in the algae. So here algae can reproduce by the three methods. They are vegetative method, asexual method and the sexual method. If we observe the vegetative reproduction process in the algae, here some different kinds of the species of algae which can vegetatively reproduce through the fragmentation process. Examples: the Spirogyra and Ulothrix. Spirogyra and Ulothrix. These are the species of algae which are majorly exhibit their body organization as filamentous. So here the filamentous type of algae which can reproduce their species by the fragmentation process. So here the Spirogyra and algae which are example to the filamentous type of algae which are reproduced vegetatively by the fragmentation process. And then some other different kinds of the species of algae which are also reproduced by the budding process. Budding. Example here the Protosiphon. Protosiphon. Here the Protosiphon is a species of red algae which can reproduce their species by the budding process. And then the some other species which can reproduce it by the process of fission. Here particularly the diatoms and desmids. Diatoms and desmids can reproduce their species vegetatively by the fission process. And then some other species of algae which are also can reproduce vegetatively through the acanids. Acanids. Acanids are the specialized asexual cells here which are majorly transformed into the acanids. Particularly the cells which are present in the body organization of algae, these cells can transform into the acanids due to the deposition of food materials and converted into thick wall. So here these thick walled cells further move to favorable conditions. When they are reaches to the favorable conditions, further they germinate to form a new thallus or new algae. So that kind of the body cells which are transformed into the acanids. So these are also can involved in the asexual reproduction process. So here the species of algae which are majorly existing are reproduced through the acanids as here Vachyria. Vachyria is a species of algae which is example related to the acanids. Let us see the another reproductive method, that is the asexual reproduction. So here the species of algae which are also asexually reproduced by the spore formation. So here the spores are also produced during their reproduction process. So here the type of spores formation is different in the different species of algae. So there are different kinds of the species, different kinds of the spores which are involved in the sexual reproduction process in different species of algae. Let us see the type of asexual spores which are involved in the asexual reproduction. They are zygospores and then aplanospores, artospores and cryptospores, and then hypnospores, monospores, and tetraspores. So these are the different kinds of the spores which are involved in the asexual reproduction of algae. So here there are different kinds of the spores are produced during their asexual reproduction process, which are further germinate to form a new thallus or new body organization of algae. So all the formed spores or the produced spores have the capability to germinate a new thallus or new plant. So there are different kinds of the spore formation is takes place during the asexual reproduction of algae. They are zygospores, aplanospores, artospores, cryptospores, hypnospores, monospores, and tetraspores. So here these are all the different types of the spores which are also involved in their asexual reproduction processes. And then in majority of species of algae, here the reproduction process occurs or reproduced by the sexual method. There are three different kinds of the methods or the processes which are present in the sexual reproduction process. They are isogamy, and anisogamy, and oogamy. So these are the three different kinds of the steps which are involved in the sexual reproduction process. And there are different types of methods which are occurs during the sexual reproduction of algae. They are isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy. Isogamy, iso means same, gamy means gametes. So here particularly the produced gametes which are similar in their morphological structure and their physiologically. So here the spores which are involved in the isogamy, these all are morphologically and physiologically same. Isogamy are similar. So here the fusion of similar gametes is referred to as fusion of similar gametes is referred to as here isogamy. Iso means same. So same kinds of the spores, not spores. Here the gametes are involved in the sexual reproduction process to form a new thallus. That is here isogamy. So here the involved gametes are maybe motiles or non-motiles. So in all the species of algae, not all the gametes are motiles. Not all the motiles are all the gametes are non-motiles. So there are only the produced gametes are motiles in some species. There are only non-motile gametes produced during the sexual reproduction of algae. So let us say the type of species of algae which can exhibit the motile gametes in the isogamy process. They are the Chlamydomonas debarianum. Chlamydomonas debarianum is a species of algae which can produce the gametes as motiles. And then Ulothrix is also here the species of algae which can produce the gametes as here motiles. Here non-motile gametes are also produced during the asexual isogamy process. They are here Ectocarpus and Cladophora, etc. So these are the species of algae which can exhibit or which can produce gametes which are involved in the isogamy. So these all the produced gametes are non-motiles. They have no flagella on their body organization for their locomotion. So here only the produced gametes are maybe motiles or non-motiles. In some situations or in some conditions, the produced gametes are maybe motiles. In other some situations here the produced gametes are non-motiles on the basis of the organism which is involved in the isogamy. If the Chlamydomonas dibarianum and Eleutheryx which are involved or which can reproduce their species through the isogamy process can produce the motile gametes. So here the produced motile gametes are fused to form a zygote. Then the zygote developed or undergoes a meiotic division, produces haploid spores and further germinate to form a new thallus. So here these are the different kinds of the species of algae which are majorly reproduced their species by the process of isogamy. Iso means same, gamy means fusion. So here the fusion of similar gametes which are morphologically and structurally, morphologically and physiologically similar gametes which are fused during the isogamy. And then anisogamy. Anisogamy means the fusion of dissimilar gametes. Fusion of dissimilar gametes. Fusion of dissimilar gametes is referred to as here anisogamy. So here the involved gametes are maybe dissimilar in their morphology, dissimilar in their physiology. So here physiologically and morphologically dissimilar gametes which are involved in the anisogamy. Examples which are related to the species of algae which can reproduce their species through the anisogamy process. They are Chlamydomonas browni, Chlamydomonas browni. This is the species of algae which is majorly reproduced through the anisogamy process. And then oogamy. Oogamy means the produced gametes are maybe motiles or non-motiles, but the gametes are dissimilar in their sizes, dissimilar in their morphology, dissimilar in their physiology. So here the fusion of dissimilar gametes is referred to as oogamy. Here the fused gametes are particularly here one male gamete which is very small in size. It is always motile in nature. The another gamete which is female gamete, that is large in size and non-motile. So is referred to as here oogamy. Oogamy means the fusion of one small male gamete with one female large non-motile gamete is referred to as here oogamy. So kind of species of algae which are sexually reproduced through the oogamy. They are Chlamydomonas coccifera. These are the species of algae which are majorly reproduced through the oogamy. And then some other kinds of the species of algae. For example, here the Volvox, Chara and Sargassum, and here the Ulva. So these are the species of algae which are also reproduced their species through the oogamy. And then let us see their life cycle. So here in majority of algae the life cycle is haplontic type. Haplontic type of life cycle is present in most of the species of algae because of their plant body or their majority of cells which are haploid in their body organization. So here in the majority of algae the life cycle is haplontic type. During the reproduction process, here the zygote acts as a meiocyte because of here the zygote undergoes a meiotic division. So here the cells which are involved in the meiotic division are referred to as here myocytes. So generally the zygote undergoes a mitotic division in all the species of other organisms, but in the species of algae, here the zygotic meiotic division occurs during the reproduction of algae. So here the zygote can undergo a meiotic division to produce haploid spores. The produced haploid spores have the capability to germinate a new thallus. So here the produced all the haploid cells further germinate to form a new thallus or new algae. Thus here the in most of the algae, here the plant life cycle or algae life cycle as here the haplontic type of life cycle. This is about the reproduction in algae.